So in today's training, I'm going to be showing you how any broke buffoon can make $10,000 a month with a marketing agency within a single year. Today's training is very different than what you're probably used to. I have my pen in my hand here and I will be walking you guys through every single detail. If you have a horrible attention span, then please click off. This is a 51-page training. This is everything I know in a sequential order that I followed to build my marketing agencies in my businesses to well over $150,000 a month. I'm going to provide to you the actual roadmap, which means we are not going to be wasting any of your time. There is no generalized advice. I'm not going to be telling you solve your problems or create value. I'm going to be showing you how any individual, even with a room temperature IQ, can hit $10,000 a month following this entire roadmap that I'm going to be breaking down for you all in today's video. Let's hop right into this. What you're about to see is a full roadmap of the entire journey from the beginning stages all the way to 1 year from now. Why am I saying 1 year? I do not expect any beginner to hit $10,000 a month in a 3-month time frame. If you believe that can be you, please leave the video because this is not for you. This is a gruesome journey. However, the rewards at the end of the journey are insane. For example, I was finally able to invest millions of dollars of my own money into investments, which are now going to be paying for my lifestyle. I've been able to make sure that my parents and my loved ones are good. I was able to just come back from Spain, pick up my supercar from the dealership and just live my life. And that is because I trusted the process. I reached this point over here. So in this video here, we're going to be walking you guys through a few main things. There's something called waves, there's buckets, and then there's going to be the milestones. Here's how it's going to work. The entire wave is going to be the overall lesson that we're going to be going through. Imagine it like a course outline for your school. Underneath the wave are going to be buckets. Buckets are the big messages that we're trying to understand for that overall wave, and then underneath them are the actual milestones, aka the lessons. You can visualize it something like this right here, where we're right here, we want to be at this point. The waves, there's going to be 3 main waves that we're going to. Inside of each of those waves, there's going to be a few overall lessons and then the milestones. Imagine if someone just gave you all the milestones that you got to reach in a sequential order and be like, yo, here's what you got to do first. Here's what you got to do second. Here's what you got to do third, and tell you exactly how to jump from one milestone to the next. So I'm not giving you all of this information and telling you to figure it out. I'm telling you, here's all the information, but you start here, then you go over here, then you're going to go over here. That's exactly what this video is going to be. It's a 51-page masterclass, my friends. It is not going to be something easy. I have lesson examples. I'm going to tell you the summary of everything that we got to master for each of the phases. So let's go ahead and kick this off. Wave number 1 is mastering high-income skills. What is a high-income skill? Well, say this is you right now. You're going to university. That's your university hat, and someone gives you a diploma. This diploma right over here is what you are going to use to start making money. You're going to go to a business and then you're going to say, hey, I have this specific skill. Here's a diploma of truth. Hire me. And these guys are going to go ahead and pay you $75K a month. You are paid based off of your skills. Your goal is to get as many qualified high income skills as possible so you can start going to businesses and charging them even more. If you go in and say, hey, I'm an HR expert, cool, someone's going to go and pay you $75K. But if you go in and say, hey, I'm an HR expert and a marketing expert, and I also have a degree in NLP and blah, 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 I can start charging you $150,000 a month because that's what you're worth. Your worth in 2024 is based off of your high income skills. So let's go into it. Wave number 1, bucket number 1, milestone number 1. So wave number 1, the foundation, what it takes to be an agency owner. This part is not sexy. This is not an exciting part about the marketing agency. This isn't going to get you a payment tomorrow. This isn't going to help you outreach people. This is really understanding the mental frameworks that you need to adopt in order to start the marketing agency. So the first one is getting out of this scarcity loop. You cannot be spending 80% of your time thinking about your next bills, right? It's not a healthy thing to do. The goal that you need to have is to free up a lot of your mental capacity. This is your brain right here. You want to free up all of this mental capacity to be able to think of actual things that are going to make you more money. We want to get rid of this scarcity loop that we're inside of. And we need to sacrifice the current present state for that actual better future. AKA, we need to build a business right now and solve the problems of the business in order to reach this point. That's all running a business actually is. You are finding a set of problems based off of each of these milestones, and we're incrementally answering each of these. Every single one that we answer, we move one step closer to making more money. Once you solve enough of these specific problems, you're going to start reaching 1K, 3K, $10,000 on a monthly basis. And then from there to scale to the next level, you're just solving more. For example, the problems I'm solving right now is how can I get more views and more eyes on my content? Well, in order to do that, I got to solve how to master YouTube. I got to solve how to master short form, right? At every stage of business, it's problem solving. So the fundamentals of creating a marketing agency. Do we even understand what a marketing agency is? Why am I preaching this? There's so many routes that you can go in. You can go down to ecom brand route. You can go down the route of, I don't know, Amazon, right? You can go down the route of sales. You can go down the route of software. There's so many routes that you can go. And why do I like the agency? Because agency has the lowest barrier of entry. A problem with all of these is there's such a big moat. You have to master like 10 different skills to learn ecom. You have to master so many skills for Amazon. You got to master so many skills and spend so much money for SaaS. The agency route is super simple because you got to master 1 to 2 skills. You got to outreach some people, so find some prospects, which I'll show you how to do it, and then you can start selling to those people. So why wouldn't you go down the one with the lowest barrier of entry? So a marketing agency is super simple. I am individual A right over here, and then you are a business owner right there. I have a specific skill, and I know I can make you some sort of money. I'm going to charge you maybe $1,000 to $2,000 a month to provide that skill to you, and then you get the results. I get paid for it. The more skills that I know, the more money that I can make, and we have to define these high income skills. So, for example, if a business is doing 100K a month right now, and I can help them make an extra 30,000 bucks through TikTok because I've mastered TikTok short form or social media marketing, then I can go ahead and say, I will charge you 3,000 bucks. The business is going to say, wow, you're going to make me a 10x or a 10x return on investment. Hell yeah, I'll take that money I'll pay you for that if you can guarantee those results. How do you do that? That's what I'm teaching you in today's video. So what it takes to build an agency, that's what it is. You have to understand that you're in a game of an outreach play. You are trying to master a skill. You're trying to find business owners that want it, and you want to deliver the results. Those 3 steps, write those 3 steps out. That's all you're doing. At every phase, you're just trying to solve one of those 3 problems. The first problem is, how can I learn a high income skill? The second problem is going to be, how can I find the prospect? Third is going to be, how can I deliver those results? That is it. Those are the 3 problems we're solving, and that is all done through this entire lesson, through today's entire training, basically. So you need to be in the right mindset. The right mindset is not how can I make $10,000 in the next 30 days? It's going to be how can I master the right high income skills in the shortest amount of time frame to start getting paid, right? You guys got to really disconnect from the result at the initial stages and focus more on the journey, and focus more on something called inputs. The inputs are something you have control over. For example, how many hours a day you spend studying the skill, how much time you spend outreaching people and finding people, right? Maybe how many outreach messages that you spent. You have control over these things. Let's talk about the direction to take and niching. So what is a niche, and how do we actually identify who we're specifically targeting? Well, you're not Amazon. You cannot target every single person. Stop thinking that you can. I think every beginner goes into this loop. I can provide TikTok, I can provide content, I can make websites, I can do everything. Your goal is to obsess over one specific offer, one specific audience group, and then you're going to become known to those people. So a niche, for example, I run a marketing agency. Oh, by the way, I still run a marketing agency. I'm not teaching all this because I did a marketing agency 3-4 years ago, like 99% of the guys in the space. My marketing agency is super simple. I help people build their online presence into an authority. How do I do this? I focus specifically on agency owners. I help them master growing on Twitter and getting leads from Twitter. Once I did this, I was able to expand now to a few different platforms, which was YouTube. And now I help them with LinkedIn and I help them with their emails. We do all of this together. The agency side is going to be, I'm no longer just targeting agency. Now I'm also targeting info product guys. I'm also targeting SaaS guys as well too, and founders. I've been able to primarily master this. Once I master this, then I expand it. Don't expand right away. No need to go broad right away. The objective here is super simple, which is let's find a way to master one high income skill, one audience group, get them amazing results for 10, 15 of them, and then we can expand out. So there's a difference between running a marketing agency and freelancing. You've seen a lot of people freelance. Freelance is usually that one person business, right? And this route is cool. However, you're exchanging time for money. Now, when you exchange time for money, there's only so much you can scale, because if you only have, say, 12 hours or just say 10 hours of working on a daily basis, and then every single one of those clients that you're freelancing for is taking you 10 hours each, then every day you can only work on one specific client. But a marketing agency is you're still offering that same service. However, now you have a team of a few people that you're building with you, and each of these people can take some of the hours of work. This one person's going to take 3, this one's 2, this one's 1. And then now you have 6. Now you only have to do 4 hours of work over here, which means you have 6 hours to work on another client. This guy basically has another 7 hours. This guy has another 8 hours. This guy has another 9 hours. You have a high quality team that can deliver results for you. Now you have a marketing agency where you can deliver consistent results for, while you have a team of people working under you. You don't know how to hire, of course. You don't want to spend that money, of course. I'm going to show you how to do all of this, even if you're a complete beginner, in today's video as well too. So once we do that, we're going to be choosing an easy and profitable niche, and we're going to create something called an irresistible offer. Okay, what is an offer? This is probably the most important thing. You see Alex Hormozi talking about creating a $100 million offer. Everything is based off the offer. An offer is basically you taking your high income skill, packaging it up as a present. This is the bow on the present. And you're showing it to business owners and saying, hey, look, here's a gift. I can help you reach this specific result. You just have to pay me this specific amount and I'll do it. The prettier their offer is, the happier the business owners get. How do you specifically do it? It's super simple. You define an outcome that you're providing. Then you're going to define the deliverables that you're providing. And I'll give you an example. Then you're going to identify your positioning, your target audience, and your pricing. To create an offer, your offer is broken off into these 5 elements. The outcome is the end result that you're promising. So if you owned an agency where you help people grow on social media, the end result is going to be get you paying customers by building your personal brand. Right? How are we doing that? These are the deliverables that we're providing to help the person get that. We're going to do content strategy. We're going to do content editing. We're going to do scheduling and engaging. Sorry for my ugly writing, guys, by the way. But this right over here, we're doing these 4 deliverables. These are the 4 things that we're providing to help the person reach that. And then we're going to define a positioning. The positioning is the way that we want to market ourselves, to be clever. I'm not going to say we're just going to help you get these results. I'm going to say your online presence is the most powerful asset you have. That's your positioning. The target audience over here, you could target e-com brand owners. And the pricing, there's 3 different types of pricing. There's performance, there's retainer, and there's a hybrid. Hybrid. So the retainer is, I could just charge a solid $2,000 a month to do this. Performance is a percentage of revenue. Hybrid is a retainer plus a percentage of the revenue that we're making them. Very simple. This is usually the winning one. You want to reach this point as fast as possible. So now that you can price your offer, Your goal now is to identify actually what the skill is. And I have a video for you guys on a few of those skills. But one of my favorite ones is a YouTube organic agency. You're going to help personal brands build their YouTube presence by and help them sign deals with it. That's the outcome. Now you're going to script the videos, you're going to edit the videos, you're going to schedule the videos and engage with the comments. Those are your deliverables. The positioning is YouTube is evergreen content for your brand. Super simple. The person that you're targeting over here is going to be agency owners. Then once you have the agency owners over there, your pricing is going to be based off of the amount of videos that you're going to provide. So 2,500 to 4,000 bucks every single month. I'm going to show you guys how to actually find these individuals as well too. You're going to take all of this information and you're going to put it on an agency website, a one-page website that you can make on a website called card.co. 20 bucks for an entire year, and it's a drag and drop website. You're going to have your outcome as the title, a quick video of you talking about the offer, a quick statement of your positioning, book a call button right here. You're going to explain your deliverables right over here. You're going to talk about who you're targeting right over here. And then down here, you're going to have a book a call section with your calendar. That's your website. That's where you're leading people to. Super simple. This is going to give you direction on your entire skill set. This is going to show your entire landing page. I have a few posts right here directly in the Utopia for this as well too that you guys, if you guys want to check out. So for example, freelancing versus an agency, the foundations of starting an agency, how to kickstart your agency, etc. So like we have this right here that Sabs wrote for all the members. By the way, guys, Utopia is $150 a day and everything you'll ever need for how to start a marketing agency from complete scratch. Just click the link in the description. But freelancing right over here, here's the good side, owning an agency, here's the benefits and the disadvantages of both sides. You guys can pause the video right over here at any point and you guys can check out all of these posts as well too. They're full high quality breakdowns for you guys as well too. It's just going to really make all of the stuff I'm explaining like crystal clear for you all. Our next phase is all about sales and prospecting, aka finally getting people to pay you. How do we get people to pay you? Well, we got to find those individuals. To find them, there are 3 ways to acquire clients. There's paid ads, there's going to be personal brand and creating content, and the last one is cold outreach. We do not want to go down the paid ads route, especially as a beginner, because it's going to be very expensive. No one's going to trust you. The goal is to focus on these 2. The personal brand route is long term, and the cold route is going to be the shorter term. We want to do both of them simultaneously. So when I said find people, there are 2 ways to do it. Cold outreach is all about sending a message to someone who does not know who you are by finding these individuals, providing value to them, and then telling them to jump on a call. So, for example, I can find a list of 10,000 people of emails. You can do this on any email scraper website. If you have a question on which ones I recommend, just comment down below. You find this list, you're going to send 100 emails every single day, and you're going to say, hey, here's my offer. Send it to your inbox. If they open it up, I'm going to follow up. The goal is to get them to book a call. When they finally book a call, you're going to try to sell them on that call. Super simple, right? The goal here is volume. When I said you have control of your inputs, this is what I mean. Consistently pushing out 100 of these a day for the next 90 days, you're sending out thousands and thousands and thousands of these emails. The chances of, say, 3% of those people jumping in a call with you will be high as you improve it. And then, say, even 0.5% of those people purchase, you now have a strong client base. The next route is the personal brand route. Personal brand. This is the route that I'm obsessed over. This is my agency offer. It's also what I currently do. It's creating content on X and YouTube, getting people to trust you, then sending DMs to your followers, book a call, and then close. This route's a lot simpler, but to actually get to this stage, it will take you over 90 days of consistent content creation. I currently have about 140,000 followers on Twitter. You do not need this many. I have clients right now who close $50,000 worth of deals with less than 1,000 followers because they're consistently posting the right content. What is the right content? The content is 3 posts per day on Twitter and 2 videos a week on YouTube. I have my entire content strategy for you guys in the description as well too, for time's sake. You guys can click the link in the description and I will give you full access to that. Once we start generating these leads, once people start coming in and booking these calls, your goal now is to sell them on a sales call. A sales call has a very simple structure. Your goal is to create something called a frame. A frame is this entire journey that you're making sure the conversation stays within this frame. You're not talking about hockey, you're not talking about basketball or the weather. You're talking about taking people on this sequential path to the sale from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. How do we do that? Something called questions. If you guys noticed, the person who owns a conversation is the one who's asking the questions. The person who's answering is at the mercy of the individual asking the questions. The goal for a sales call is to ask the right questions to identify the pain points, to identify the problems that the person's going through, and to showcase solutions that you provide. So, for example, you told me that you're struggling to get leads. You told me that you have a problem with writing content. I'm going to come in and say, so you told me you're struggling with this and that. I have a solution that's going to solve all this by doing ABC, and I showcase my deliverables that help solve those individual problems. You're going to do this. Each sales call will be about 30 minutes. You can showcase the deliverables in a presentation. So you have one presentation where you're showing the results if you have some. If you don't have any results, that's totally fine. You're going to showcase your entire deliverable process inside of that presentation. And it's called a pitch deck. Let's move into wave 3 now to solve the third big problem. We solved the offer, we solved how to find clients. Now it's how to deliver the actual results. On this stage, there's about 7 main milestones: onboarding, keeping the client, systemizing, optimizing, hiring, etc. So, what does onboarding a client entail? What is onboarding? Have you guys ever bought something and had this remorse that why the heck did I do it? Maybe joining a karate class and the first class was terrible and you leave, or pottery class, whatever it can be. That is because the onboarding experience was terrible. If the experience was good, then you wouldn't be having this buyer's remorse. You would be excited to go with the next class. That's what onboarding is. The moment someone pays you, this isn't the point to start celebrating, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. At this point, you get the money, you send them one email saying, welcome, here's what the next 90 days are going to look like. You're going to book a call with them. You're going to show them this entire roadmap, and you're going to get relevant information from them. You're going to create a strategy based off that information. You're going to book one more call, show them the entire strategy, and then you're going to start the actual process. At each of these stages, your communication has to be exceptional. People need to see that, hey, I made the right decision. They're solving problems for me, and they're showing me how they're going to solve the problems. I lost a deal back in 2019 of someone paying me $20K a month because my communication wasn't the best. Didn't matter that I was making them money. They wanted to see how I was solving the problems. Onboarding is about following the steps right after they buy for the first few days to show them what the entire journey is going to look like. Now, to keep the client, there's a few things that you're going to need to do. You need something called a client information sheet. All the info about the client, their offer, their problems, the solutions, their voice, their branding, and the strategy. You take this and you create 15-day intervals, aka sprints. And you're going to say, for the next 15 days, here's everything we're going to do. You're going to show it to the client. That's the client's eye. They're going to see it. They're going to enjoy it. Then you're going to go ahead and start doing the work. And every 2 to 3 days, you're going to give an update. Now, the beauty is all of the lessons that you just saw right here are directly inside the utopia.io. The Utopia is your literal structured path on how to start a marketing agency for $150 a day. All of the lessons that you saw, all the milestones, all the waves, all the buckets are directly in the Utopia with full freaking explanations. If you want access to it all, it's only $150 a day. Click the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.